So there I was, sipping on something fine while looking over the city when my assistant, Sam, walks in. Another late night, sir. I'm not the one bragging about my promotions, am I, Sam? I suppose not. Speaking of which, how's the girlfriend? She's been moving up pretty quickly. Oh, she's doing great, considering she has no clue her promotions are being orchestrated by her own boyfriend. And your family, how are they enjoying their new jobs? Just the thought of my ambitious but struggling family working under me sends me into a fit of laughter. You should see the look on my dad's face when he talks about his genius boss. Little does he know, he's praising his own son. And your mom and brother, they're in the same boat, Sam. My mom thinks she's working for some modern-day Steve Jobs. And my brother, well, he thinks he's found his calling. And they have no idea it's you. No idea whatsoever. You've got quite the situation here, boss. It's a comedy of errors. My life. As I watch my family's world unwittingly entwine with my secret life, I hold on to a glimmer of hope that this grand charade might actually bring us closer. And he plans to tell them. Eventually, Sam. But for now, the masquerade continues. Like Batman and Bruce Wayne, huh? But there's no Joker here. Just me, making jokes to keep things light. I'm like a one-man comedy show. This little circus of mine is a balancing act. One misstep, and the whole thing could come crashing down. But I've got to admit, there's a twisted sort of thrill to it. Well, all the world's a stage, boss. And I'm just playing my part, Sam. Let's see where this twisted play of ours leads. There's something entertaining about the unawareness of my family. I mean, my father, the man who used to carry me on his shoulders, is now working under me and constantly singing praises about the genius he thinks he works for. Did you know what the boss did today? His eyes wide with admiration and, I must admit, it's a bit heartwarming. No, Dad, what did the boss do today? He got a mistake in our report that could have cost us $1 million deal. The man's a genius. He must be quite a guy. My mother, too, is smitten by her brilliant boss. He's so meticulous, always pushing us to be better. I respect him. Respect. It's a strange feeling when your mom respects the boss she doesn't know is her son. I'm flooded with mixed emotions. But then there's my brother, Matt. He's been the quiet one. Never one to be outdone by my mom and dad. But there's a spark in his eyes that I hadn't seen before. This place, this company, I think it's where I belong. The work we do, it's meaningful. I'm glad you found something you love, Matt. And let's not forget my girlfriend. She walks in, bright and beaming. Guess he just got promoted. To many more promotions. And the best boss ever, she adds, raising her glass. My family, the ones who admire a boss they don't know as me. As the laughter dies down and the night grows deep, I wonder how long I can keep up this charade. Take my parents, for instance. They've been bragging about their newfound efficiency at work, while simultaneously belittling my seemingly lackluster lifestyle. Our boss, such a visionary. You could learn a thing or two from him. And the work ethic at our company is unparalleled. You should really find a job like ours, son. To the visionary boss. Then there's my girlfriend, as blissfully unaware as my parents. But her continuous bragging is starting to become a thorn in my side. It's like watching a parrot that only knows one phrase. Promotion, promotion, promotion! You know what the best part about my job is? The respect I get. I feel powerful. That's great, babe. But her growing arrogance at work is causing a rift in our relationship. I'm stuck at a crossroads. To reveal my identity or let this play out. My introspective brother Matt is another piece of this convoluted puzzle. Always quiet, he's been feeling overshadowed by our parents' blind adoration for their visionary boss. And his own rapid promotions have him suspecting foul play. I don't know, man. It's like they're just handed to me. Maybe you're just good at what you do. At this point, you're probably wondering, why all the theatrics? Why not just reveal my identity and save myself the headache? Well, there's 2 reasons. First, I'd always been the odd one out in my family. The black sheep, if you will. The one who was always different. My parents were the classic go-getters, the achievers, the we came, we saw, we conquered kind. My brother Matt, although quieter, walked the same path. There was always this unspoken pressure to be like them, to match their level of ambition and success. But I had my own journey, my own dreams, and they were different from theirs. So I built my empire, in secret, away from prying eyes and judging gazes. I wanted to prove to myself that I could be successful in my own way, and I wanted to do it without the biases and pressures that come with being a part of an ambitious family. Secondly, I was lonely. Being a CEO, a boss, it's lonely at the top. People always want something from you, and you never know if relationships are genuine or transactional. I yearned for a genuine connection. With my parents, my brother, my girlfriend, I wanted them to know me for who I am, not my status or wealth. That's why I kept my identity a secret, hoping to build a bridge of genuine relationships. However, the plan started spiraling out of my control. My parents' incessant berating, my girlfriend's growing arrogance, Matt's confusion and suspicion, it's all becoming too much. It's like I'm a ticking time bomb, and I don't know how to defuse it. And I sit alone in the dead of the night, the weight of my secret pushing down on me. I can't help but wonder, how did my comedy of errors turn into a tragedy of misunderstandings? I've heard something disturbing today, my assistant Sam said one day, sipping his coffee nonchalantly. Infotech Global, they're in the market for a takeover. I laughed it off then. Infotech Global was known for its aggressive business tactics. Let them try. My thoughts already on the upcoming company event. Fast forward to the event, the laughter evaporated. Infotech Global wasn't just trying. They were launching a full-on hostile takeover attempt. I could hardly believe it. Sam rushed over, his face pale. They're buying shares, Jeremy. They're buying them up like crazy. They can't do that. They can, and they are. The news hit me like a freight train. My company, my baby, at risk of being snatched away by corporate vultures. I looked around at my family, my employees, their faces a reflection of my own shock and fear. Mom, Dad, there's a situation. Infotech Global, they're trying to take over the company you work at. What? My parents exclaimed, shock written all over their faces. Then Laura nudged me. Jeremy, I need to talk to you. I think I might quit, she blurted out. I turned to her, my mind struggling to comprehend her words amidst the chaos. Wait, why? It's too much. In the midst of a business war, my personal life was crumbling. My company, my family, my girlfriend, everything seemed to be slipping through my fingers, but I couldn't let it all go without a fight. Infotech Global, they've declared war, Sam told me. Our shareholders were in panic. We were dangerously close to losing control. No one's taking away our hard work! Not on my watch! My father thundered, forgetting that he was just an employee and not the boss. But his spirit was infectious, and we were determined to fight back. In the midst of the corporate war, there was a confrontation. My father, feeling undermined and confused about my mysterious calmness, couldn't contain his feelings any longer. You always seem to know what's going on. You're more than a spectator, aren't you? He accused. Dear, let's focus on saving our jobs, not on baseless accusations, Mom said. The battle ended with us retaining control, thanks to the unity of the staff and some strategic decisions. And as the dust settled, it was time for some revelations. I have something to tell you all, I began at the family dinner. The room fell silent. I am the owner of the company. Good one, son. You're not joking, are you? Why the secrecy? My father's voice was barely a whisper. I wanted genuine relationships, not those tainted by money and power. And it seems I have them. Were we your puppets all along? Mom said. My brother, who'd been silent, finally spoke. I thought I earned those promotions. Laura, my girlfriend, stood from the table, her eyes on me. I need some time. This was not how I imagined it to be. I needed to mend things, to make them understand why I did what I did. Weeks passed. The silence between us had grown thinner, yet it still hung heavy in the air. The dining table, once a lively place, had become an echo chamber of the past. I knew the time had come to break the silence. Dad, I think we should talk about it. About what? How you fooled us all? I never meant to fool anyone. I wanted you to value your work and not the person behind the paycheck. But you lied to us, son, Mom interjected, her eyes moist. That's not how we raised you. I know, Mom, and I'm sorry. But you are our family. Why did you have to hide? Because I was afraid you would see me differently. You're right. We've been chasing shadows while you've been standing in the sun. I'm sorry, son. I guess we all had our insecurities. During those challenging times, when the rival company launched their attack, we became more than just a family. We became a team. We banded together, fighting the corporate bullies using our collective wit and will. We rallied the shareholders, giving passionate speeches about the heart and soul of our company, about the ethics we stood for, and the disastrous aftermath that would follow if we allowed the takeover. Laura's return brought a different challenge. Let's keep work out of our relationship, and if I slip up, then I'll remind you, as many times as it takes. My brother, once resentful, now approached me with newfound respect. He pledged to put his all into the company. His change was a testament to our shared journey. Mending the fences that we had unwittingly erected wasn't easy, but we found a way through the labyrinth of pain and mistrust. As the pieces of our broken relationships started fitting together again, I was no longer the lone wolf. Instead, I was part of a pack. My pack. I was home.